Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with another adventure in Shining in the Darkness, Darkness Edition 1.7. We're going to be continuing our adventures here as we explore this version of the mod. We had just finishing the trials of Proof, and we are going to head on down to the second layer of the labyrinth and see what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. Yeah, I guess we can't break through that so easily with Milo, but I mean, he still did damage, I guess, and we didn't have too much trouble. Onward we go into the dungeon proper. Now, what I like about the upper labyrinth levels is that they're actually fairly straightforward. There's some nice mithril. So let's get ourselves to these guys and see if we learn anything new about them, or if they probably are just gonna die. Like, Pyra is way strong now for one round. Like, she's probably gonna one-shot for a hot minute here. Ain't gonna lie. So if we're gonna learn out what they do, we'll have to do another adventure later to figure that out. Rot Skull, huh? Well, they're faster than us, so they got a good chance of running. Alright. There we go. So we got Spectre. Huh. There seems to be quite a few little changes here from what I'm expecting. That's very interesting. This would be like our replacement for the Reaper. This one might be a little tricky to actually get the EXP from. Only in that there's so much to calculate, but we can technically do it. So all the rot caps are gonzers. Oh, okay, we don't even get that chance. It just ran. Oh, fair enough. That might be the smartest enemy we fought today. Same with that one. So much running. That's fine. Does make it a little hard to find out anything special they can do, but you know, one of them will decide to take a crack. I'm sure. I'm not sure exactly what, I guess this was a equivalent of the Deadheads that we had last round. They were towards the end of the floor though. so I guess they got shuffled around a bit. Last time they could summon meat zombies, and so they were very dangerous. I remember that. Wait. What missed? Wait, that missed? Magic attacks can miss. I don't believe that. I've never seen that. What was that? Oh, hello magic shield. Now I'm just gonna sell that. Straight up just gonna sell that. Don't actually remember which of these two ways is the correct way, so I might end up turning around to go the other way. Partly because I got distracted by that, but huh. So far, they haven't tried to howl for help so far. So, their threat level is not the highest to us currently. Okay, yeah, it's the other way that has a treasure chest. Alright, we're gonna turn around. We could also get those triple... Yep, there they go. We'll figure out what these guys have going on. So this is granite. Okay. Let's boost Milo. Let's have an easy time. Cast level 2 cure. Flexing. Alright. So neither one of those were specifically an attack, so. Level 3 freeze. We killed 2 of them. That's fine. So 500 and 250 is there. So. How does that stack up to before? They used to be 400 and 250, so they actually got buffed a little. What I know about them from before is they used to do Paralyze Hit and Heal level 2, so they still do the equivalent of Heal, which was Cure. He changed the name on it. Now they have Flex and a Freeze attack as well. That's a bit of a buff, because there's 3 of them. If they paralyze you on hit too, that would also be kind of crazy, but no way to know until they do it, so I'm not gonna guess. Now we have to pass through here 3 more times, so they'll certainly have a chance to show us. Howl in Pain. Dang. Alright, so what do you got? 2,500 and 1,000. Okay. Where did I have Howl in Pain? Let me just look this up. I wrote it as Howl Pain. Okay. I'm just trying to keep narrative consistency. Yeah, so that has a chance to basically de-soul everyone. Instant death. This time they didn't run. They didn't do anything that we can write down, though. We could potentially get their stats, though. $520, $580. So I'm getting a 125 for their EXP, which seems weird because it's lower. Let's see what's going on. And 150 for their gold. Yeah, usually it never goes backwards to... But you know, this could be an exception. We'll find out as we go along. We didn't get an ability off on them, but... I wouldn't be surprised if they de-soul. It seems likely. Or even Howl in Pain, but I hope not. Howl in Pain is such a jacked up spell. They have Sleep Mist. Do I have that written down? I did not have that written down. That does raise their potential for taking a party out up a little bit, but... So the previous version of this gave 300,001 EXP and 1,400 for those pumpkins. This time they lowered a little bit, but if they don't summon monsters anymore from the 4th floor, they're probably a little easier, so that's probably reasonable. But they could also still do that. I mean, Howling in Pain is still pretty potentially dangerous, but at least it doesn't do damage other than potentially get you dead. So that's the cell door. Oh, more of you guys. What you got going on, guys? Well, I think still a good idea to boost. They have a lot of HP to chew through. That was a paralyzed hit. That sucks. So we got the confirmation on that. Oh, level 2 Muddle. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh man, that's real bad. Well, we got pretty damn lucky, that's for sure. So these guys can cast Muddle level 2, and Muddle level 2 does some crazy stuff. Okay, well that's something they can do. We just got a little lucky that what Milo did was attack, so. I'm not really confident in the stats we got for either of these. Do quick level 2. Freeze level 3. That's the way forward. This one's gonna have an enemy I don't know if we can take or not. Hey, it didn't tangle up Pyra. It didn't try to do anything special though. We are gonna heal up. This guy could do some really bad things to us. Or you could be totally fine. He goes first. Has 2 attacks. And cast Quick. Aw, man, Quick is bad. 1 damage. Aw, man. We're not gonna be able to run either. Okay. Well, that's not great. What can we do? Man, only thing we can do is try to magic him down. You could sleep hit? Well, that's 3 things we've learned about them. Sleep hit, they cast Quick on level 2. And they also... what was it? They have double attack. You can duck. Okay. And it's not always double. Alright, so they can duck. I mean, we're just gonna kind of try to break through. Oh, you can do Freezing Cloud. Ouch. Oof. Freezing Cloud is an ice attack, but is not a spell. So that basically means you can't use screen on it to stop it. This guy's also considerably spicier. Fortunately, we only have to kill a limited number of them, but this may not be worth doing right now. I don't think we have a chance of running, though. Oh, you could kill Milo. That would be bad. You did. You did it. And this might be a party wipe. Sure is. I'm seeing a high point of 80 on this attack, so that's stronger than it used to be too. Oof. That's painful. And they certainly had a lot of HP. So there we go. One party wipe adventure later. Well, since we were in the middle of combat, there wasn't too much we could do about it. So what would we want to get? I'm gonna look at what we got going on again. I guess I could make for her what does this cost? 60,000, okay. I want to see what the armor, mithril armor would be. 60,000 for that as well. Yeah, so we can't do that yet. And we can't afford an actual upgrade for the main character at this moment, so I guess we just gotta save it. And I guess maybe we don't pick a fight with those for a hot minute till we get a little more going on. Well, that's spicy. Well, we learned a lot about it though. I still think we got pretty close to winning. There are a couple of things that would have made that more winnable. Like, if we had, like, the full party heal spell, we could have probably face tanked it a little better. Oh, he took our weapon off. Ah, well. Fair enough. Double ducking, hilarious. Critical hits. Do I have that written down? No, I actually did not have that written down, even though the critical hit missed. I did not have it written down, so there we go. Let's put our weapon back on. So, they uncurse you when you get out of the shrine. There certainly are a few things that we could get that would help with that, but you know, is what it is. I didn't try casting slow on them because there's usually a really low chance that it is beneficial if they can cast quick, so I think quick basically cancels out the effects of slow, so or makes you immune to it, so would have been a wasted cast to try that. Maybe I could try boosting the hero though. Maybe he could actually break through the defense with his single attack, whereas the other ones could not. So there's like, oh, well that's not good. Well, that certainly killed that one. Keep doing that. No, we're gonna win, that's for sure. These guys aren't the biggest threat. We're actually pretty close to where we were before. Also, we've never seen what these guys can do. I mean, that rot spill's probably gonna run away. Oh, you didn't actually run. Alright. So level 2 Muddle. They have a lot of defense, too. Alright, let's write that down. Well, they didn't do anything else to us. $30.52. Well, we can just figure it out from this. So that's 184. EXP. And 260 in gold. Bolt level 2 would probably let us do a little more damage with spells. Oh, you're a new friend, Granox. Well, they're not surviving the first round. What do we got? 525 and 720. So that's 175. And 240 gold. They didn't live long enough to find out anything that they can do, but I mean, I guess that's fine too. So we probably have enough gold that we don't want to die, so I'm not gonna go pick a fight with them immediately. Oh, you guys have a very funky color. This is a new color for these guys, so Komodo Imp. They're not surviving the first round, for the most part either. You can watch warily. Alright. I see you. What do they give us? 720 and 1000? So that'll make it pretty easy to figure out. That's 2. 180 in EXP and 250 in gold. So that would put them actually as above the Granox. We don't know where Oxlords fit in, we didn't get a read on their stats, but we have to come through here at least 2 more times so we can deal with those guys later. Another thing I'm noting is that we're actually just not doing a lot of damage to some of these enemies in general with poor Milo, so that's even with the Madu on, by the way, so. Making sure he's still got it on. But yeah, no, he's just a small guy, just you do critical hits for 102. Thank you, Komodo Imps. Well, don't need more of that. Yeah. Level 3 is also not good. Oh, they cast Blaze level 3. And you also do critical hits, so... Alright. Level 3. Oxlords also do critical hits. Of course they do. This is definitely making this a little spicier. Well, our best bet is to finish this as quick as we can. 915, 1280. will take a couple seconds to sort out. So 185 EXP for the Ox. And 260 gold. Well, these guys are absolutely kind of just doing absolute butt tons of damage to us. Yeah, so that puts the Ox Lords below the Grave Wisps. So. If we get close to 60,000, we should return and try to get an upgrade. You guys howl for help. Okay, so Ox Lords can also howl. They probably summon more of themselves. We're gonna have some more of these groups that we're not gonna fight. Oh, you get to watch all of these poor rot skulls die, and we're gonna get like 1 billion out of this. So nice. The game's being nice. To be fair, it also took like 10,000 from us earlier with that party wipe, so. How we looking? Oh, we're gaining levels at least. Ah, Spectres. We can get another chance to figure out if we had the right stats for them for EXP and gold. 625, 750. Yeah, we may have actually gotten the right ones. It just seemed a little low for the area. Yep, 125. 150, yeah, it just seemed low, that's why I didn't trust it. Fair enough. We also didn't get a chance to see what these guys can do, but they're probably just gonna... well, they might get a chance to do something. They got more than one attack, sometimes. So that first one attacked twice, but the second one did not, so they at least have double attack and single attack. I wouldn't be surprised if they critical and throw boulders, like, there's a couple things they could do. You guys can hurl rocks, that's funny. Well, I do really like the changes to this floor. They definitely make it a lot more dangerous. Just like before, we're not fighting this guy either. Oh, they have single attack and double attack too then. Oh, okay. I didn't catch that the first time we fought them. First few times we fought them. So that's the right way. These two are both dead ends. Technically, this is a return one. And we'll come back that way, because there is a treasure chest in that direction. This is about the halfway point of this floor. However, we do start coming across some more dangerous monsters, although I don't imagine they're more dangerous than the Sentinel analogy that we got. We'll keep topped off. About to go on the carousel here. Well, they're pretty strong if they can hurt Pyra. They're also reasonably fast if they're going before Milo. They haven't really done any abilities though. How are we looking? We're not at 60,000, but the adventure continues. Such a beautiful carousel. Cure the first 60 there. You're gonna take the first right, that leads on the way back to that middle section. Of course, you critical. Good for you, buddy. Steel armor. Oh, that'll sell for a decent amount. That'll sell for 9,000. That gets us pretty close to where we want to be, actually. We'll get about 3,000 after we sell what we got. Because I'm going to be replacing a chainmail with it. First level 3, and that could be good in a pinch if we have mana to burn and we're in a bad situation. This leads to a treasure chest and that other blue door that we saw. Well, if all you're gonna do is flex, it ain't gonna go well for you. It wasn't fully clean, but we did do alright. Ooh, Root Lash, that's a new one. So it attacked twice. So let's write that down. I don't know if it can also be single, but we'll at least write down that it's double. So what did you give me for stuff? 565, 750? So they, right off the rip, they give us 250 gold. That's easy peasy. So they have 205 EXP, so that's a jump up in the EXP. So it is worth noting that almost across the board, all of these monsters are giving about half the experience they used to at this point. In the previous version of the mod, I didn't really comment on that. But like, for instance, this equivalent, the Mandrake, gave 530 EXP. And now it's giving 205, so that's a significant decrease. There's an Angel Feather, thank God. But it is also worth noting that the gold didn't get nerfed for anyone, so far. Also, this is a prime chance to see if they do anything, but so far, nothing. Just all attacks. Look at it. Well, we're almost at our potential goal. That will let us actually get what we want. Magic Hood. That's not better than what we currently have, but we can sell it to buy stuff if we want to. You guys again. You went before Pyra even. That's pretty fast. Oh, and Pyra didn't lose her turn next time, so I don't think it's gonna go well for them. But you went before Pyra, that's crazy. Huh. what do we know about these guys? These ones cast Muddle, and the other ones go more than once. I don't feel like dying, so I'm gonna take out the ones that could probably have some. Oh, you critical hit. You do have some critical unless we didn't know. Okay. So a lot of the enemies here are criticaling. And these guys are doing a great job of chewing through our MP. A part of it's also the magic layer we just walked on. We're going to be returning soon and getting that upgrade. And then we're going to come back next time and we're going to try out those improved sentinels. So they have sleep hit. They can also attack one time as well, so they don't always attack twice. Okay, so we have a lot of the enemies sorted out now. Which way were we going? Left leads back to where we know. And this is specifically where we were at. Alright, let's skedaddle out of here and attack it fresh. Better gear. Where are we at? That. Alright, so I've got a plan. So I'm not going to sell the weapon we just got. Or not the weapon, the extra armor that we got. I'm gonna save it because there's a decent chance that we just die, right? So if I'm correct, this is gonna make a mithril armor. So we can figure out what's going on with the mithril armor too. What I'm not sure is if it's gonna be better or worse than the light robe. Oh, it default. You know what? I guess we're not doing that. Okay. I forgot, you have to make it for your main character and then move it over, but we could use another light armor. That's fine. We'll get another mithril somewhere. This'll work. This is still fine. This will make it a lot harder for them to mark us. But what I will note is that that's not going to actually help us with the enemies we are with that particular fight, because what was happening was magic damage, not that. But because I'm not selling my items, you may have noticed I've only got 500 gold. They can't get all of us. I'm just gonna save it. Alrighty, well I'm gonna take a few minute break and then we'll continue. Thank you all for watching, I'll see you then. Bye bye.